Alright, welcome back to another draft here at Benalish Dad. Opened a pretty sweet rare. Sarkhan's Unsealing is great, especially in the red-green 4 power deck. I guess we can call it Ferocious. I think this seems a pretty clear pick. Heroic Reinforcements, of course, is the saucy, awesome red, white, gold card. So I actually haven't played it. haven't played this color. I could go that way and just force it. Maybe hope to wheel Trumpet Blast. The person to my left will definitely take Sarkhan's Unsealing, but I think that's kind of it. This is kind of one of those interesting questions of, I don't like forcing. I kind of like taking the most powerful card and then kind of easing my way into a good deck. So this means I won't get past any good shocks or anything if I pass Heroic Reinforcements and the person to my left goes that way. But I think I just don't like starting with a gold card, even a great gold card. That's a good question. If it wasn't as powerful as Sarkhan's Unsealing, I probably would go with the Heroic Reinforcements. As it is, I think it's something that is close to bomb power. Nice. And so we get a Volcanic Dragon, which is on color, on theme. Sparkle Tongue is obviously a fine card. Psychic Corrosion can be a win condition. Essence Scatter is really fun. But I think the 6 mana 4/4 Flying Haste that might come in and dome somebody is going to be pretty good too. Runic Armasaur is fine. Obviously very efficient, but I think the 3 mana for a 2/5 is good. But I'd rather really try to lock in red and lock in red hard. Okay, so what do we have here? Nightmare's Thirst in the black-white life gain. Rogue's Glove is the nothing. Surge Mare is pretty good. You can have a lot of fun with it. Talons of Wildwood is the solid enchantment. Doesn't work with Sarkhan's Unsealing, obviously. Tormenting Voice, I think this is the... I mean, I'm not really turning anything down except maybe Surge Mare. And staying locked in red is pretty, I think, probably going to be worth it. So yeah, I think let's just kind of stay on the red train. Wow. Okay, Colossal Majesty. That's going to make this deck work. Inspired Charge. Maybe the person to my left. I don't see a lot of white, so it might just be a stranded Heroic Reinforcements card, but I think this is an easy Colossal Majesty, and we see an Onaki Ogre, we just take it. We take it and we love it. Hello, Onaki Ogre. That was right on schedule. Rock's Oracle is also pretty good, but I'd rather really try to make this work. Black seems okay. Green does not seem terribly open, so Rock's Oracle I would not consider a signal. Rabid Bite I would sort of consider a signal. That is a pretty solid removal card. Obviously we only have 2 creatures and we have 3 things, but we can get more Onaki Ogres. You can't necessarily get more Rabid Bites. Fire Elemental is pretty... Oh my god, there's another Colossal Majesty. I almost whipped right by that. I think we take the Colossal Majesty. I don't think this will wheel. What will the last 3 cards in this pack be? Root Snare, Fire Elemental, Revitalize. Yeah, I think we take the second Colossal Majesty. That's kind of hilarious. Havoc Devils, it has power 4. It goes in. Naturalize is nice, but that's a sideboard card. Hard to collect this later. Wow. So this is interesting. Siegebreaker Giant is a great card. It's a 5-drop, of which we have a 4 and 5. It's a higher power level than Daggerback. It can help close out games. Daggerback is a good, solid 3-drop in a world that does not have a lot of great 3-drops. I have a 4. Let's take the Siegebreaker. I like that. Okay, Thornhide Wolves. Okay, I should have remembered. How many 5-drops are there? Oh, right, Thornhide Wolves. Active Treason is obviously delicious, but I don't really have a sacrifice theme. Okay, so Sparkle Tongue rewards the ramp. We have 5s. Centaur Courser is just a dirtily 3, of which we have almost none. But Sparkle Tongue Dragon is a lot better of a card. Let's take the Sparkle. Talons, I think the Highland Game is the emergency 2-drop if I'm facing a deck that tries to rush me. Ditto for Greenwood Sentinel. This is all terrible. We'll take Amulet Safekeeping. Hopefully someone takes Revitalize. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good start. That makes me pretty happy to see this. Highland Games and Greenwood Sentinel. Gigantosaurus. LOL, my friends. Wow. Okay. Okay, we have Timber Gorge, which maybe we can get greedy and try to wheel. Elvis Rejuvenator helps the ramp, which given our curve might be very helpful. Druid of the Horns is we're not that deck. Siegebreaker, Giant. I mean, we're good in our 4 or 5 slot. We really want to hit our drops and get there. So I think Elvis Rejuvenator as a way to help hit drops and acceleration is there a way to go. Sparkle Tongue, Giant Spider in the 4-drop slot, or an Instigator to go wide. I don't really want a second Sparkle Tongue already. I think Giant Spider is probably what this deck will want the most. You know, the Oakenform, Sparkle, and I think this is a pretty easy shock. Another Heroic Reinforcements. That's interesting. So clearly, the person to my left didn't do it. But I think this is a pretty easy shock. It's an early play, buys time. It's flexible. It's not fantastic, but this is not a Dragon Egg deck. Might get one of these Sparkle Tongues. Okay, where are my Onaki Ogres at? Come on, Onaki Ogres. Okay, Rock's Oracle replenishes itself. And is that Druid of the Horns, still not us. Daggerback Basilisk. It's a good card, but how much am I ruining? I am heavy on, I already have 3 5s and a 6. Now, remember, don't overly fall in love. Rocks, you can get more Roxes. I think we'll just want a good, reliable, buys us time to get our Wombo combo set up. Palaka Worm would obviously be pretty cool. The Hellion would obviously be great. Anything with 7. Okay. We're obviously harder in red than we are green, so Blanchwood Armor isn't that great. I would totally take an Oakenform in this deck and turn any of these 2 toughness creatures into dudes with Colossal Majesty. But I think 1 Naturalize for the sideboard is probably the responsible thing. It's kind of cool Death Baron. Yeah, the Satyr Enchanter and a Crash. This is terrible for us. This deck is not a lot of Axe. We're not going to need help finishing. We're going to have big, huge dudes. Rupture Spire to enable the splash in case something comes our way. Maybe. We don't need Crash Through. Right? No, we don't need Crash Through. Don't need Trample. Okay, I guess we'll get another Sparkle Tongue Dragon. I think we are going to want to value any sort of ramp very highly. Wow, Volley Veteran? That's a dream. Volley Veteran over Manolith? Yeah, definitely. 4 power, and it. I mean, you don't have exactly any other pings for 1, but I'll take it. Timber Gorge? Don't mind. One. Yeah, that's great. Okay, or an Oakenform. Oh, wow, or a Siegebreaker Giant. Oakenform, we're at 11 creatures. Oakenform is okay in this deck. It's not great. It's not bad, but it's not something we need. We have 1 Siegebreaker, has Trample, is 6/3. I think we're gonna reduce my variance with a Timber Gorge. It's more useful. Oh yeah, wow, more. Okay, so ramp is going to be a huge priority. I'm not even sure if I'm going to run 3 Sparkle Tongues, so we'll take another two drop of responsibility, as Marshall would call it, the mature choice. Yeah, one combat trick, never hurt anyone. Interesting. Clearly, green-white is also open at the table. Yeah, lava axe, I'll take it. Actually, wow, that's actually a useful sideboard card. I'm not sure if it's a starter, but... So, what do we need? Okay, Dark Driller Oracle is nice, Shock is nice, Sky's Talons is actually pretty good in this deck, given that it can help push things through, but... So, Shock for the early play. Right now, currently with no 2-drops. Dark Dweller Oracle isn't great because I have big, good creatures. Shock just for some early defenses. Suspicious Bookcase is pretty good in this deck. It's an early, so is it? I think it really is Shock versus Suspicious Bookcase. I do already have some evasive options here. If I get desperate, I can put in some 2-drops. Let's take, I think Shock is just enough. Wow, that's like the 5th Druid of the Horns to come around. I'm still not going to take it. Elvish Rejuvenator ramps me to 5, and I'm going to be living on the 5s. Yeah, I think that is the clear choice. Viashino Pyromancer, we're not that fast. We already have more sparkly dragons than I know what to do with. So we will just take the ramp. Okay, now this gets a little more interesting. Oh, I think it's Druid of the Cow. Poison Tip Archer is fantastic with Reach and Death Touch, but I think just being able to get super greedy with our mana base, this is going to be really helpful. Instigator, Motivator. So we are going to be. We got greed. Got greed for days. Goblin Instigator is nice. It would be very good against the aggro decks and does make our Volley Veteran better. This isn't a Goblin Motivator deck. I don't need to. I'm not overwhelming people. Nice, safe, go wide choice. Fiery Finish is expensive, and I just don't think it's that good. Yeah, we'll take the Instigator. Wow, Lena. Where'd that come from? It's a little shocking. That white would be this open. Wall of Vines. These are all fairly terrible choices for me. Cards I really don't want to be playing. Maybe Crash Through in case there's some weird we're having. I don't even know when I would board that in. Bristling Boar, so good. Nice sweet 4-drop for us to Druid of the Calar Wave 2. I don't think we need Tectonic Rift. They're already going to have a ton of trouble blocking our stuff. I think Highland Game, again, 2-drops in case we just really need to club down a little bit. Okay, I think again another Rejuvenator. Ramp is still our friend. Talons of Wildwood actually might be great in this deck with the Granting Trample. I'm a big fan. You know, if they just want to give me all the sparkly tongue dragons in the world, I will take them up on that offer. Giant Spider is probably going to be pretty good sideboard material. How many? So I have 1 2-drop. How many? I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 2-drops. So I think a Fiery Finish would be more useful in this deck. Crappy, expensive removal, but it's good. It'll play. Interesting. Novice Knight is fine. Interesting, I never saw another Onaki Ogre. I can't believe somebody else was in this deck. Oh, get a... Okay. So I feel like we should go 9/8 just because not having, or really I think 8/8. All my double costs are really expensive. And personally, I think I would start Giant Spider in the sideboard. This is a deck that can just pound away. And would I start Fiery Finish in the sideboard? Sparkletongue Dragon does not trigger, but it does with Talons of Wildwood, which is fine. That's nice even. Tormenting Voice just to level out a little bit. I think we can probably safely cut one Sparkletongue Dragon. A lot of double red. Just kind of thinking out loud. So the Rupture Spire might be handy, and very little 2-drop action. We'll just kind of stall out and then start dropping bombs. Yeah, I really like Rupture Spire more on the splash than I do helping able to double. What gets cut? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 triggers on this. I really think it's Tormenting Voice versus Fiery Finish. I like Tormenting Voice, and this seems like a powerful deck. For removal, I really have 2 Shocks and a Sarkhan's Unsealing, and big, huge creatures and Sparkletongue Dragon. So I think the Fiery Finish gets the drop. To defend myself, I can just board in a bunch of Highland Games. I will have a Naturalize as well, and Giant Spiders. I take out probably the Talons of Wildwood. Probably like maybe club down a little bit, removing some of the 5-drops. Depending on if they have like 1 toughness creatures or not, I could even remove Elvis Rejuvenator. Yeah. Fun. Sort by convert mana cost. Sort again by converted mana cost. Yeah, I understand. I hear you, Magic Online, but if I don't hit my Elvish Rejuvenators, I am so sad. And my Sparkly Tongue Dragons are relatively late. Okay, fun. Okay, well that was a fun draft. I have high hopes here, which will probably be just enough to break my heart. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in round 1.